told to have it all and give it a chance. Wow, so she left Ellen. So for anybody trying to make it like, oh no, Ellen left her, no, Ellen sold her soul and Eminem. And she was a movie star, just about it. So she could have sold her soul for a week off Jelly Roll if she wanted to. But she didn't want to sell her soul. And Ellen probably wanted her to do that. Come on, man. Better together with Anne, this she was actually the one who dumped Ellen because Ellen was only focused on her money and would literally sell her soul to have it all and give it a chance. I broke up with her because my goal was to have a lot of money. Mine was to find love, and hers was I want 60 billion. Everybody smashed it like that. We just witnessed a human sacrifice. We just witnessed a human sacrifice. This woman said, and y'all know when you make a certain amount of money, they want the millions. You got to do some ritualistic stuff. You got to sell your soul. You got to, I believe, look at Hollywood, think about it. The woman that got alive, allegedly, Ellen's ex-girlfriend, she said, she continued. She said, I broke up with Ellen because her goal was to have a lot of money. My goal was to find love. And her goal, I want $60 billion. Wow. So Ellen wanted 60 billion. She wanted to be a billionaire. And we know Epstein, all the people that became the billionaires, Jay-Z, all the motherfuckers, had to do, put a word in the chat, y'all, if y'all think that these people that become billionaires have to do some crazy shit and some ritualistic shit. Put a two in the chat if y'all think they just became billionaires and just for nothing. Come on now. That woman said she wanted love. She had enough money. And she was an actor, successful. Why do we need money falling out of the sky for? Tell the Bible. Money that we're not even going to be here to spend. You know, I just want to be happy. She wanted love. Ellen wanted the fucking power. Oh, man, this is demonic. I didn't even know that she said this. Rest in peace to her. To have it all and give it a chance. I broke up with her because my goal was to have a lot of money. Mine was to buy love, and hers was I want 60 billion. Good luck. Our forks are never gonna meet. The farther we stay on for this, the farther we will be apart. During this same podcast, they also accused Ellen of trying to put her in a mental facility. Not to that, but after their nasty breakup, Ellen went over time to make sure that Anne didn't get any more acting gigs. Wow, so she blackballed her in the acting gigs. Did y'all hear the part about the mental facility? About the mental facility? That's another thing. And Bill Loud, Will Smith's friend said the shit. That they will put you in a mental facility, that's what it is. They want you to go to the hospital. First, you go to the hospital, then they put you in the mental home, then they say that you're on drugs. Then they do all of this shit to make it look like you don't know what you're talking about. Don't listen to that person. That person is on all kinds of Kanye West meds. This is what they do. And then black girl in career, man, this is sad. Not to put her in a mental facility. Not only that, but after their nasty breakup, Ellen worked overtime to make sure that Anne didn't get any more acting gigs. She completely blackballed her and buried her career. See the truth? I was hoping for the very tomorrow, we just thought you might be a circulation was finally up and out of your system. The challenge with my mission was not telling others that involved. This is the woman that's deceased own voice. She said no matter how real, she was trying to be real. In that industry, you can't be real. You can't speak out against stuff. You can't tell what's going on. And everything, the way she said, like, it's like ritualistic stuff. Oh my God. Time to make sure that Anne didn't get any more acting gigs. She completely blackballed her and buried her career. You see what truth? I spoke. I was hoping for the very love. Tomorrow, we despise my and then I'm drinking. Finally, in her system, the challenge with that mission was not telling her to the animals. Well, do you think she tried to bring in these teaching folks? Paul, remember, guess what? Two people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my timing. Oh, they wanted to have her truth buried. She said, why do you think Ellen wanted to put me in a mental facility? Why did she want her to bury her truth? What was she going to tell? Was she going to tell about this Epstein shit, Ellen? But you wanted to make her look like she was thrown off? This is a crying shame. Finally, in her system, the challenge with that mission was not telling her to the animals. Well, you think she tried to bring in these folks? Paul, remember, guess what? Two people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my timing to God and to God ask God for what that would be. All I knew was that my truth, because I was doing a study that thing called love that he tried to bury and now in the page of the human between 2014 and this could not stop me now. And guess what? Just a few months after putting Ellen on blast and exposing her, Anne was involved in a fatal car accident, which left her with serious. Look at this right here. Now this car accident, look at that car. When I seen this woman hop up out the ambulance, like they trying to say she was dead on arrival or something like that, but she popped up. Yo, hold on, I'm gonna see if they play that shit, cause that's crazy. And guess what? Just a few months after putting Ellen on blast and exposing her, Anne was involved in a fatal car accident, which left her with several second-degree burns all over her body. She was trapped inside of her burning car for 30 minutes before first responders finally got to the scene. She eventually died, and according to her autopsy report, she died from inhalation smoke, the burns she sustained, and a broken sternum. People thought she might have been on when she crashed, but the autopsy report proved that she was actually sober. Actually, she had a little bit of a substance in her system, but it wasn't taken at the time of the accident. The hospital admission blood showed the presence of benzos, the inactive metabolite of cocaine, which means she used in the past, but not at the time of the crash. And just about 4 months after this, DJ Twitch, who was the official DJ for the Ellen DeGeneres show, mysteriously died. According to the reports, Twitch checked into the Oak Tree Motel, which was just a 15-minute walk away from the house that he shared with his wife Allison and their 3 children. What made Allison start panicking was when she realized Twitch wasn't in the house. He wasn't answering his phone, he wasn't answering her texts, and his car was still parked in the house. He never went anywhere without his car, so the fact that his car was still there, coupled with everything else, made her start panicking, and he immediately filed a missing persons report. Exactly. Even the way that, why does none of this shit make sense? Neither one of them would have done any of these things. It's right there in our face. Smash that like button, guys. We must protect the damn children. There's a Bible. The one that's coming up in this industry. Because once you sign with these people clearly, if you don't continue to be a part of that,
fellow man in need of encouragement, Hector Barlow. You'll find me between here and a few other spots on the line. Rest assured, I will give help to any brother of mine in need. Now, let's see what work I've got. Our mission was pretty simple. Wagon train needs to get down to Thieves' Landing. Want someone mean to scare off the bandits. You all mean out for that kind of work? I think you might. Come on, me.
To call the police to report that they had found Twitch's body in the bathroom. As soon as the police arrived to the scene, they immediately concluded that he might have self-inflicted gunshot wounds. But a lot of people, including Twitch's wife Allison, were not convinced at all that Twitch unalived himself. Your own wife does not believe that. So why would y'all believe that? Give us a Bible. You know what I'm talking about? Why would y'all believe that? Put in one in the chat if y'all think that he didn't unalive himself. Put it 2 in the chat if y'all think he did unalive himself.
That's a tough
I
talk
have
out
my
there
own
today.
opinion. I don't think that man killed himself whatsoever. He was young, he was successful, you know what I mean? He had a beautiful family, he was healthy, woman was in shape, like it was flooding. And then I'm gonna unalive myself at a hotel. Here's a problem. Why did you go to the hotel? You know what I'm saying? I would do it at a
Well,
hotel.
you never know
You
what
know
you
what I
find
mean?
out
That's
there.
the fucking only guy. If
Part
I
of the
would do
fun.
something stupid, crazy like that, I'm going to be at the top and I'm going to spend everything in the bank. I'm going to get it. The most fancy, richest motherfucking hotel ever, brother. So go out. Like, I'm going to go down to the damn, the Brooks Motel to do the shit. No, it doesn't
Get
make
him.
sense. You know what I mean? Like I said, this from last night, if you
Son
want
of
to
a
unalive
big
yourself, I
man.
would just want to be comfortable with the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely not. You got prostitute slaves
You
all
son
over
of
the
a...
place.
Oh!
Like, no. It's bigger. It's scam, guys. It's scam. By the way. So it's a all the world. They must protect them. If y'all got any relatives that see things or want to be in the industry, you can't stop them from wanting their dream to come true, especially if a young kid looks on TV and they have a big movie star. That's how I was when I was a kid. Let them, they still should be able to go and pursue their dreams. But you got to be able to open their eyes and let them know that these people that you're looking at, whatever, you can't trust them. You got to be in tune with them. You got to be everything, especially when they're young. And you train them to be prepared for these people. Because it's not what you think. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. It's way different. You know what I mean? Don't sell your soul. You don't gotta sleep with somebody to take it to another level. Be comfortable with being comfortable. You don't need to have billions and trillions of dollars. Because if you want that much money, you're gonna have to be a devil. You have to sell your soul. And you ain't gonna make it happen. You might be feeling like you're living it up. Living it up. Michael Jackson, but guaranteed the next part of your life is gonna be the fire. That is the fire. That shit is and guess what? Justin Bieber's interviewing everybody but us and exposing her and was involved in a fatal car accident, which left her with several seconds of burns all over her body. She was trapped inside of her burning car for 30 minutes before first responders finally got to the scene. She eventually died, and according to her autopsy report, she died from inhalation of smoke, the burns she sustained, and the broken sternum. People thought she might have been on when she crashed, but the autopsy report proved that she was actually sober. Actually, she had a little bit of substance in her system, but it wasn't taken at the time of the accident. The hospital admission blood showed the presence of benzos, the inactive metabolite of cocaine, which means she used in the past, but not at the time of the crash. And just about 4 months after this, DJ Twitch, who's the official DJ for the Ellen DeGeneres show, mysteriously died. According to the reports, Twitch checked into the Ocean Motel, which was just a 15-minute walk away from the hospital for his wife Allison and her 3 children. Oh no, when Allison started panicking was when she realized Twitch wasn't in the house. He wasn't answering his phone, he wasn't answering her texts, and his car was still parked at the house. He never went anywhere without his car, so the fact that his car was still there, coupled with everything else, made her start panicking, and he immediately filed a missing persons report. As word of his disappearance started going around, the motel that he had checked into called the police to report that they had found Twitch's body in the bar room. As soon as the police arrived to the scene, they immediately concluded that he died from self-inflicted gunshot wounds. But a lot of people, including Twitch's wife Allison, were not convinced at all that Twitch unalived himself because he never showed any signs of wanting to commit suicide. It honestly seemed like him all of being with his family. And I mean, you can't really tell if somebody is truly happy or not just by looking at them. But Twitch's death is kind of suspicious, especially considering the fact that police started acting funny with the investigation and changing up some details. For example, when he was found, he reported that he had let to know. But police backtracks and claimed that there actually was a note found and it contained some explanations as to why he did it. How? So 1 minute they say it wasn't, he didn't leave a note. Then they say he did leave a note. Did somebody write the note? Because I don't believe it was him. If it wasn't, then why would it be two different stories? We don't want to know chat if y'all think that somebody else probably wrote the note. Put it in the chat if y'all think he wrote the note. Because they said it wasn't a note at first. Then now they mysteriously comes up with a note. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the truth don't change. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, baby. Exactly, baby. We're not dumb. And that's what they do. They just lie right in our face. It's just like the stuff that, man, I don't even want to get into the politics stuff. And that's why people be like, Jamil, why don't you talk about Donald Trump in the files? Do you understand that I'm still in the system too? Just about you know, they don't stop me. You know what I mean? I go super hard on him. Like, I don't abide by the system, but I know that I gotta literally point out every other demon and still mention it right while I'm talking to y'all. Yeah, look at all the baby shit with Trump too. You know what I'm saying? But they got a thing where they want to silence. Why do you think they want to start a new world order? Donald Trump and them wanted to where they want to stop the media. They want to stop from us telling y'all the truth of really what's been going on. Why do you think they locked up Don motherfucking Lemon? Because about it. Hey, Don Lemon, husband home crying. You know what I'm saying? Him crying. Like, they don't want us to tell y'all. They didn't want none of us to know this stuff. So you gotta be careful when you mention that still control these systems. You know what I mean? But I can tell y'all by still exposing these other people in Hollywood. All of them is guilty to me. From the politics, from all of them motherfuckers. I seen the damn picture at the Epstein Island or whatever. They had this girl, this little girl on her motherfucking knees. All these three rich, powerful men are surrounded the table. She on the ground like a dog, butt-ass naked. I think eating like dog food off the ground. And they just sitting there like they doing business, like it's a regular day. Vagina all stink in the air. You know what I'm saying? And not from the little kids. I'm talking about from, because they had the grown women over there naked, barking like dogs. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't see the one with the little kids. The little kids I seen, the one guy, the prince, was eating them with a little girl, something like that. And then the little kids in Epstein kitchen, and they're chasing around like dogs. But I seen this one with this older woman, you know what I'm saying? That looked like she was like a freak off slave that she brought from another country, and she was on the ground like eating dog food, and they're sitting there doing fucking talking business. Yes, it was super cool. So I was like, what the hell is this?
Folks always stare or screw you over. One of the other is fine. Which are you? A stare or a backstabber? Hope you just a stare. Say, you want to help me out? Go find this sneaky. His name is Ian Carter. Great guy. My mother was always my best friend. Best buddies we was. Tore his stole with goddamn girl. Started shaking she was gonna be. Gotta trust him. He stole her. I'll pay. But you gotta kill this bastard for me, will you?
I mean, Ellen literally admitted on national television that she knew the things that went on in the parks. It's really not crazy to think she might have tried to put in tweets, and interviews, and they decided to silence him before he. And that's why when Cat Williams said you just gotta tell him no, some of the people you can't tell no. Like some people couldn't tell that he knows. And I mean by they weren't strong enough. They didn't have the power to back up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the person that they, like, let's say for instance, Twitch telling Diddy no, when Ellen is his, was supposed to be his backbone. But if Ellen's working for Diddy to pull him in, you don't think Diddy wanted to sit there and watch Twitch, EP and Cassie and Jane Ho's eyes? Because of Apple. You know what I'm saying? He probably wanted him to be one of the sex workers. And Twitch was like, no, I'm not my motherfucking wife. I want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And then he told me, I'm mad at you, man. Because then he said, if I want you, I'm going to get you. And he said, then whatever I want, I have to get. Whatever I want, I have to get. You know what I mean? And he wanted him. And I feel like Ellen, then he was like, look, first of all, I put you into your wife. Just about it. I want that man. And y'all some people are like, why didn't he just get men that were good? They wanted the men that were straight that you could turn out. You think he just was going to keep sitting there, bucking his nigga from the waist down with that football pants on, recording, watching Cassie get done by like 16 different power drive by a football team of Gatorades? No, eventually, Diddy Glover was going to, you know what I mean? Look, come on, kid, y'all going to put some of that in my back. You know, put some of that in my back. That was his whole plan, to get them comfortable to roll his back out. Give him a bop. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted Twitch to do that, and he felt like, Ellen, if you can't get this man to do that, and you already told Twitch about it, you understand what I'm saying? So now, if Twitch know, and Twitch don't want to do it, we got to do something about it. We got to get rid of him. And I'm sorry, rest in peace to Twitch. I don't believe that man got a nonsense and all. The moment he pop up with Diddy and Ellen at the same time, and then the man mysteriously, no, I'm not trusting none of these people anymore. Ever again. Yes, baby, insane. Yes, baby, insane. Insane. Not saying insane. For television, the shit of the things going on in our apartments. It's really not crazy that they show up on Twitch, but he refused, and they decided to silence him before he exposed them. One person said, as soon as I heard this about both, I knew it. Twitch left alone because he knew they were coming for him. Something is definitely amiss. Wow, that's what I said. Soon as Twitch left that house, he didn't take his car, nothing. He knew that them people was coming. That they were coming. Don't blame. As soon as I heard this about both Ann and Twitch, I knew it. Twitch left alone because he knew they were coming for him. Something is definitely amiss. Another person said, I believe Twitch would not have allowed himself. His being gay is not surprising. The truth will always come full circle. But now your thoughts. What do y'all think about Ellen and Diddy allegedly being behind Twitch's death? And we believe it. We believe it. We don't believe Ellen left the country just because of the little bullshit that she tried to say. We don't believe none of that shit. Even Joe Rogan was talking about Ellen. Like, so many people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I used to like Ellen shit. I'm not gonna lie, but this is before I found out how mean and true and, you know what I'm saying? Like, things. Really about it? Yes. Yes, and that really about that. This is all my brothers who started seeing the show. So, is it one East Coast? Yes. So that's why. Why did you really work on the West Coast? Because I work all the time. Okay, well, maybe I have a nice house. What is that? But it's got to go down. The bids are there. I'm a gold miner. I just found some gold. Joe just said something that set the conversation off. And this time he's calling out the silence around Ellen DeGeneres. At any situation dominating headlines and timelines, people keep asking the same thing. How is nobody connecting the dots that keep coming up? Because Ellen's name keeps popping up in this discussion. And a lot of people are acting like they don't see it. Diddy's taking serious federal charges for positivity and always does. They started dating. Wrong sex, old interviews, old moments people laughed at back then. And now she's been something different when you make them doing different lens. Yes, well, you know, putting this stuff in a different lens, that's why all these videos are popping back up. When you look at it now, you'll be like, oh shit, it was going right in front of our face. Okay, that's what Ellen comes in. People started pulling up clips of Ellen and Timmy becoming very comfortable with the show, laughing, joking, leaning into the funny talk like it was harmless. Sometimes you're puppy and sometimes you're daddy. Or sometimes you're daddy. I'm learning today. I'm so confused today. As long as you're staying in a nice way. But when the way the conversation shifted, those jokes are getting being watched like they meant something. Now, wait until you hear what Joe Rogan actually said about it. In his opinion, there's a reason people want to press Ellen which is pressing others. But even if we had taken on our show multiple times, the party talk wasn't just a passing comment. It was legitimate, it was casual, and it's now being reinterpreted by gamers as part of a much bigger story. Okay, are you gonna try to be close? I'm trying to be her. Are you gonna be my party? Yes, I am. No. No. You don't have to rush, actually. Not too late, though. Not too late. Not too late. I'll tell you later. Okay. Not too late. She said, I'll tell you later. What was the secret? Y'all two was playing games in our face. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna come to your party. She's talking about, not too late. Well, what time? She's talking about, I'll tell you later. Yo, come on, man. Smash that light bulb, man. Them two was really doing this shit right in front of us. Yes, I think. No. You don't have to rush, actually. Not too late, though. Not too late. Not too late. I'll tell you later. Okay? Not too late. Because, once you get there, the party really starts. Yeah. Once you get there, that's when the party really starts. You know what I'm saying? No. We didn't know what you're saying. You just said to Diddy Glover, once Diddy Glover gets to the party, that's when the party really starts. What did she mean by that? That's when the party really started. No, Elliot, this is what happens. This is what you meant. When you get to the party, this is what happens. Next thing jumps out and starts chasing little girl around the kitchen. This is what happened. Hold it up. Go to the party. Go to the party. A bunch of little minors running around, Epstein freaking shaking their mind hands up on the damn kitchen counter. They running and screaming for their goddamn life. Just about it. You know what I'm saying?
Who goes there? God damn it! Who's him?
I'm
gonna end by burning your face.
That's just fucking insane. And then, like I said, like, the phone Dickie, he came out dancing and shit, like, he was so happy. And he said something, you was delivering kids for them to own, allegedly. And the kids didn't know who were, and then some of them kids that I said was sick. They had cancer, all of that. And then look at them kids' faces and no blood being hurt. It was like a goddamn Halloween costume running out. It's like I'm honest. So I left her to chance. I was going like this. I'm sorry. She said, "Oh, come to me." She said, come on. They come on. They just gonna freak them up off your hands, ready to pick them up and take them to the freak off dungeon. And she sounded like a damn single damn too. Come on. Wow. Yes, you're right. The kids were scared to death. You know what I mean? And like they said, the kids didn't know who Diddy was at all. But Diddy knew why he wanted to them, like I said, what did they do to try to game and change us? They make it like they're singing parties. They make it like they're, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like, what did the white girl that Diddy case and adopted? Like, what happened to her? Think about it. Why was he just born and adopting other kids and shit like that? Like, it doesn't make sense. And both of them will be sitting there talking on national TV. Maybe the kids was watching. She talking about Diddy Glover's a freak off feeling with him on stage. You gotta think that his grandma, little kids in the audience watching it. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't give a damn about somebody's size or somebody's beefcake. Because about it. But one of Diddy's freak sex workers came out and said Diddy Glover had a little miniature little sausage. So they talking about his little miniature sausage more than anything. And now they talking about him. Somebody got to hold on to it. Talking about it. This is crazy. This is this. It was first week of the month on Friday night.
Hey, who the hell is that?
Somebody's
Your
got
son!
to somebody's got to do it.
Move it back!
It's okay to be.
You got nothing right now!
Maybe it was okay. Then you need to get on somebody else. And this was in a smoke.
This'll be over!
Or whatever it is. It's a mess. One celebrity tweets about me doing, but this has to be an interview. It's so far. In 2016, I don't know how they learned to shoot. Tough guy, he's strong. So it's not going to show me to shoot all this stuff. And don't need to know why. Don't want to know why. Tough about the internet. We don't want to know why she going to say cuddle me and stuff and stuff. I can't even pronounce this shit about it. Cuddle me, nothing stuff. That is just wild, guys. Man, stand right button and put it on the chat, man. If you don't think that Ellen is guilty, put it in the chat if you don't think he's innocent. And if y'all think he's just innocent. I'm just sorry, like every time they come up in the news, I'm calling them on. I'm cuddling stuff. Yes, whatever they're shooting, cuddling stuff and stuff. I think watching and confronting the house. She had okay. Every time they can be different. That's guilty. Danger, man, how you doing? Repeat to 50 cents. 50 for the and demons. Yes, 51. That's why 50 Cent was so against drinking. Everybody started against it. Against Genesis, people thought it was 50 Cent really ancient. That means he got aliens guns. Got aliens guns.
Oh, bro, what the fuck? I shot that motherfucker.
When I sound that
No, bitch.
Slim Jim funny as shit, brother Bobby.
He's got two because you're a target guy. Fuck these horses, bro.
Listen, so somebody thinks you don't have nothing to do with that. It's your opinion, go down to Diddy with the Tootsie Roll and the Ellen weirdo. Like Fluffy. I mean, it's just sad, guys. Yes. And if all of which can do what they want to do, the other is doing, but when it comes to minors, that's when we have a problem. That's when we can like Jeff's guilty. Doesn't say Jeff's guilty, and I think he's think about it. They're all fluffy. Right. Ellen likes men. No, she likes women, but you know she had been for a bit about it. You know what I'm saying? Jay was there too. Yes, somebody say Jay was just guilty. You know what I'm saying? Hey Queen and AKA the Lounge Prince about it. They was from hell. Bill Cosby. Since the boy. Bill Cosby, man. And Beyonce guilty. Yes, the people aren't stupid no more. Everybody has their own opinion. We do not think that these people are innocent. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you go to www.yoursurvivalmerch.com. You guys, when you get the merch, you know, Spain open, go over there and help yourself. You know, Kevin Hart, yeah, they said they found up his little Chucky doll sneakers. Just about it. The little Chucky doll sneakers in the Freak Off dungeon. You know what I mean? In the Freak Off dungeon. All of them. I'm sorry. How do you think Kevin reached to the height that he reached to? Think about it. Now you can't even get one person to watch 5 minutes of his stand-up right now. Think about it. What if only did that? I didn't even know Kevin came out with a new stand-up, what, like last month or something? Nobody cares no more because people know what the truth is. Nobody's bought into the shit no more. You know what I mean? And Jada Pinkett, the Miss Alopecia Timberland boots. Y'all see these Timberland boots? I started talking about Jada Pinkett surviving Will Smith, friend, Bilal, rest in peace. Shout out to Bilal, who almost got unalive for calling out Jada Pinkett and her Timberland boots and her fake ball cap. He's the one that said he walked in when Dwayne Martin, after Dwayne Martin was blowing Will Smith's back out. Blowing his back out. I'm talking about no back residue left. You know what I mean? Just Will Smith's friend. He walked into the goddamn in a trailer and just Will Smith's friend was there. Just about it. Tasty cakes blown out, back blown out. Just his friend. You know what I'm saying? And then Jada Pinkett running around allegedly at these freak off dungeons on her big home and her Timberland boots. You know what I'm saying? Blowing people backs out with that dildo. With that dildo. Yes, Bilal isn't lying. Just about it. I believe him. And these boots showed up to the house. I went and threw these Miss Alopecia boots out. And they came back to the crib. Just about it. You know what I mean? And I told y'all that these boots be walking around at night. At night. You know what I'm saying? Everybody sleep. All I hear is these boots walking around. Walking around. Probably looking for somebody's back to blow out. Feel them out. Boots walking around by their own motherfuckers out. Looking for a back to blow out. This shit is crazy, guys. That's why you have to have garlic. That's why you have to have the candles with the garlic and plain in it for you to meditate to get these demons out of your life. Feel them out. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said you go to www.buildabiblework.com. Y'all think I just be wanting to have these medallions on? Look at this. You see this tiger? This is special. When the freak on vampires, if they look at this damn tiger, it burns their eyes. It burns their eyes. It lets me know when I'm around these Hollywood demons. You know what I'm saying? The shit starts symbolizing my chest. If I go on vacation, if I want to go on vacation, my shit start going like this. That's how I know I'm around these Hollywood freak on demons. I'm like, look, baby, we got to get away from, we're on this resort, we got to get on this side. You know what I mean? Because the vampires are here. It detects when the freak on vampires are around. I stay protected. You know what I'm saying? The main diamonds. See this? These are the, like the Jamaican main diamonds. It's all together. You know what I'm saying? The tiger bones, these protect you from these freak on vampires and whatever. It's very serious, man. These rituals, these things, like Nicki Minaj, she spilled it all, but she was telling the truth about that. You know what I mean? Bubble said, listen to them. Shout out to Baby. She's been a member for 3 months, built a Bible. You know what I mean? So she knows what's going on. She knows what's going on. We must protect ourselves and protect the children. You know what I mean? The grown volunteers, we don't care for them. If you're a grown volunteer and you know what's going on, I can't feel bad for you. I can't protect you. You want your back blowed. You know what I'm talking about? You want your kitty cat itching and scratching and crabs crawling up and down from out of your motherfucking kitty cat area, and you got crabs coming up on your shoulder. You're going live. You know what I mean? Hey, girl, we out here showing out, and you got crabs walking on your shoulder on your live stream. On your live stream. That's a lot. You see them wiping their face, there's crabs walking across their forehead. Those are the ones who want to be in the freak off dungeon, doing these nasty, hideous things. I can't feel bad for them. I feel bad for the Nickelodeon kids. You know what I mean? For and the parents. Oh, the parents need to be involved. You know what I mean? So the parents are the ones that knew that their dream didn't come true. So they're living through their kids' dreams. Like, okay, my dream didn't come true, but they about to give me a check for my kid. You know what I mean? This is going to set me for life. So I'm just going to hand my kid when he did it. I'm just going to hand him over. You can check it 48 hours, no problem. Take him 48 hours. I don't give a damn. And then he said, you can't know where we going to be at. When he told Justin Bieber that, Diddy took Justin to Epstein Island. Bible. Nobody's going to tell me. I can never figure this out for a long time. Where did Diddy take Justin for that 48 hours? He said it's a 15-year-old's dream. So they probably had an amusement park set up over there. They had motherfucking Neverland, funnel cake, all types of shit over there to make them feel comfortable. Motherfucking Barney shit over there. They had Barney at Epstein Island. Talking about, love you, you love me. We're a happy, sick family. What for breaking up and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say Ellen loves you too? These demons had toys, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? They going down to hospitals and getting babies right from the damn hospital. Still got the damn pacifier in up. Go with it. Go with it. Go with Ellen. Go with other things. They just dropped the button off. They put the big ass button right in the hand with the pacifier. This is horrible. You know what I'm talking about? All kinds of baby toys and shit. Here you go, everyone. Set them in a damn room. Shout out to FBA Kush. Just became
That was weird though. I know weird as fuck. Why would you let her sleep like that?
If you want to become a member, be like FBA Kush. FBA Kush Bull. FBA Kush Bull 4204. You know what I mean? We're here for survival. And I'm going to keep calling these people out. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I got a bonus for you guys. You guys. Look, I'll be fucking around. My woman, when she go live, she be like, you guys. So I'll be making fun of her. She be like, you guys. That's where I get it from. You guys. She do it here and there. She be like, you guys. So yes, you guys, listen to this. Yeah, I got a bonus for y'all. And I'm gonna give it to y'all. I'm gonna give it you guys. I'm gonna give y'all a bonus real quick. We're gonna listen to Beyonce, guys. And if y'all remember when I played Beyonce for y'all and how Beyonce feel about this whole thing with Jay-Z, and it's very heart-wrenching. But we're gonna let Beyonce express herself right now. We can't, you know what I'm saying? Even though we know Beyonce is just as guilty, we don't no mercy for you, Beyonce. And you can show yourself though. You see Jay-Z out with attitudes and shit like that. Is Beyonce gonna show herself today at the Super Bowl and Jay-Z? We're gonna see. And if we don't see them two together, guys, trust me, the divorce is in the process. I believe strongly. And they gotta figure out a way to keep Beyonce as the young princess and then let Jay-Z take the throne. But nobody don't think that Beyonce is innocent at all. You know what I'm saying? But here go Beyonce, guys.
I never forget, Freaks. This is your first time here, right? Best manners don't go with you. You're gonna be quiet. Cleanest ghetto is one you never need to address.
Yeah, you ain't dumb,
Uh-huh.
you know the damn shit.
Good
The
enough.
Titanic is sinking, pills in a bottle, and you trying
Seems
to get
everyone
out of
with
here.
a rifle been hunting these days.
But it's too late. And salute to everybody, man. Like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Want to become a member? Become a member. Shout out to all my member members. Go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com. and we're gonna keep our foots on these freak off, blah, 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 necks.
You know, I would never make a fool of that.
Yeah, they changed the been that's what.